Hey up everyone, welcome to the History of Football channel. Today I'll be doing another video as part of my Forgotten Football Ground series. I've done quite a few videos on this topic. There's a playlist. I think there's over 30 grounds I've done so far, so go and check that out. But today's ground is going to be the Athletic Ground, the former home ground of Scarborough from 1898 to 2007. Scarborough Football Club were founded in 1879 by members of the town's cricket team and played their earliest matches at the cricket ground on North Marine Road. The football club soon moved to the nearby recreation ground. In 1898, Scarborough Football Club made the move across town to the athletic ground on Seymour Road and remained there for the rest of their existence. The athletic ground had a capacity of 6,408 spectators. There were 4 stands at the ground. The main stand, which ran along one side of the pitch, it was an old grandstand styled and it was all seated. There was also the shed, also known as the cow shed. The shed ran along the other side of the pitch and was covered terracing. This was the most popular part of the ground and was usually where the singing supporters stood. The east stand was behind one of the goals and was an all-seater stand in which the seats were red and the letters spelled out SFC. This was the newest part of the ground along with the west stand. The west stand was identical to the east stand but was behind the other goal. It was where the away fans were allocated. During their time at the athletic grounds, Scarborough Football Club hosted Arsenal, Chelsea, Portsmouth and Southampton, Bolton Wanderers, Fulham, Middlesbrough and a host of other top tier and second tier teams when the club were a non-league side. Scarborough also played Red Star Belgrade in a friendly at the stadium in July 1990, which saw Red Star Belgrade win 4-2. Red Star subsequently won the European Cup the following season. In 1987, Scarborough Football Club became a Football League side for the first time in their history, and the first match that they played at the athletic ground in the Football League were against Wolverhampton Wanderers, attended by a crowd of 7,314 people on the 15th of August 1987. This was marred by crowd trouble. In 1988, under a sponsorship deal, the club sold the naming rights of the athletic ground to McCain Foods, and until its closure in 2007, the stadium was known as the McCain Stadium. Due to the sponsorship name, the ground was nicknamed the Theatre of Chips. In 2007, Scarborough Football Club faced severe financial problems. A covenant existed on the McCain Stadium that restricted its use only to sporting activities. Scarborough Football Club failed to convince the Scarborough Borough Council that its proposals to sell the McCain Stadium to a housing developer would raise enough money to pay off the debts and build a new ground. On Tuesday the 12th of June, Scarborough Football Club were given an 8-day stay of execution following a change of heart by their local borough council. But on the 20th of June 2007, they were wound up in the High Court, ending its 128-year run as a club with debts of £2.5 million. However, the winding up of Scarborough Football Club paved the way for the Supporters Trust to form a new club as Scarborough Athletic Football Club and secure a place in the Northern Counties East League, Division 1, with effect from 2007 to 2008. In September 2007, Scarborough Borough Council announced its intention to purchase the ground from the liquidators. The liquidators, Begbie's trainer, applied to have the covenant lifted. This was contested by the council. As a result, the stadium remained empty and derelict and was subject to vandalism. The stadium was damaged by a fire on the 17th of October 2008 that started in the changing rooms. A director of Scarborough Athletic criticised administrators Begbie's trainer for a lack of security. He said that the club would be interested in moving back to the stadium, but the vandalism was making that option more difficult and expensive. In December 2008, the council finally purchased the ground from the liquidators. On the 15th of December 2009, the council announced that it had finally decided to invest the money in a new facility rather than regenerate the stadium. On the 13th of March 2010, Scarborough Borough Council stated it was about to discuss demolition work at the ground. Later in that year, Featherstone Rovers, a rugby league club, had agreed to purchase the east and west stands and undertake the demolition works that council required for nil costs. On the 19th of September 2011, bulldozers finally moved in to begin the demolition work at the ground, completing in late November 2011. On the 13th of August 2015, Scarborough Borough Council granted permission for a little supermarket to be built on the now flattened site. It opened its doors on the 16th of February 2017. The record attendance at the athletic ground come in January 1938 against Luton Town in the FA Cup. A crowd was recorded of 11,162 spectators. The athletic ground just wasn't used for football. The Scarborough Pirates Rugby League Club played at the ground between 1991 and 1992. Also, baseball was played at the ground for a single season in 1936. The club was called the Scarborough Seagulls and attracted crowds of up to 1,500 people. The stadium also hosted a floodlit cricket match in September 1980 when a Brian Close 11 defeated Scarborough by 26 runs in front of a crowd of 2,000 people. The athletic ground also hosted rugby union for a single season in 1926-1927 when Scarborough Rugby Union Football Club played there. However, after some dwindling attendances, the club decided to move to a new ground. So that concludes my video on the athletic ground, or the McCain Stadium, the former home ground of Scarborough Football Club. The new Scarborough Football Club, known as Scarborough Athletic Football Club, currently play in the National League North. Last year they earned promotion from the Northern Premier League, finishing third, and were promoted through the playoffs. And they currently play at the Flamingo Land Stadium, which obviously isn't the original name of the ground, but for sponsorship reasons it's known as the Flamingo Land Stadium, and that has a capacity of 3,251. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you went to the athletic ground, or as it was known later on, the McCain Stadium. I'm sorry that there wasn't too much information on this ground. It was like a few other grounds that I've done research on. There's just not that much wrote about it, so I could only really source the information that I could find, which was very little, but I hope it's enough for me viewers out there. And thanks for watching the video and enjoying the series that I've been doing so far. So this has been History of Football, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye for now.